So this process is basically just a normal disc and pad change. Obviously I've started at this point, but to get to here you need to jack the car up, undo the hub nuts because these hold the discs on. These are very tight. Then you need to undo the caliper itself. So there is two, I think they're 13mm bolts into the back of the slide pins. That will come off. Put it somewhere it's not going to put strain on the pipes, if you care about such things. A lot of people just cable tie them up. Because I'm doing this quickly, it's just going to hang there. And then there are two 17mm bolts that hold the caliper carrier on. So if you're just doing pads, you just need to take the caliper off. If you're doing pads and discs, you need to take the caliper carrier off. There you go, there's the caliper carrier. Two 17mm. I think I actually got an 18mm socket out, which is, well, maybe it is 18. Then you're presented with this. So, which hopefully has bearing in it. Slide it on. It should go on relatively easily. Of course, this has been sat outside in the rain for a little bit, so I'm just going to give it a bit of brake cleaner. And the internet will probably scream at me for this. I'm just going to put a thin wipe of silicone grease on there, just to aid getting on. When it gets too hot, it's just going to burn off. There we go, much easier. Spins. This is obviously covered in oil and stuff, so you can do it now, but you'll be getting it greasy again. Get some brake and caliper, brake and clutch cleaner. Just get all that oil off, otherwise that oil will go in your pads. Obviously, if you don't like me, you've got it all over your hands anyway, so you need to do this. At the end again anyway, look at that. Right, hub nut back on. If you're watching this, this might be a standalone video just how to do this. This may be embedded in another video, who knows? Alright, that's just finger tight on. Still got some movement. Really, it all needs to be massively cranked, but I can't use my power tools at the moment because I've got a child sleeping just over there. Right. Wrong one. Just pull that off. It is a 30mm job on the back here. So we'll just do this up as tight as we can by hand. Then when it's on the ground, we will give that a big welly with a torque wrench and a little bar, because I think it's something obscene like 240 Newton meters of torque. Right. Disc is on. Caliper carrier next. Hopefully you've still got your shims in. If not, you'll need new ones. Some brake pad kits come with them. Depending on the state of your rear axle, these will go in either very easily or not at all. The other side went in easily. This side, not at all. And I think it doesn't help because I'm right-handed, so I'm having to do this. And these have a specific torque amount, which I'll go do off camera because I cannot remember it now, but you can get to these all pretty easily. Right, that's that, reseat those. Brake pads. I have some Mk2 ones. These were pretty cheap but pretty good. Rear axles on Twingos, Clios don't do a lot anyway, which is why they usually come with drums. They slide in. Well, they should slide in relatively easily. Right, you can put a little bit of copper grease on the back of these to help them slide along a little. Should have done this before really. I'm just going to mush it in there just to help them move in and out. Make sure you don't get it on the disc. Now I'm just going to put a little blob on the back face where the caliper goes against it. Right, pads are in, caliper time. So, fitting is the reverse of removal. Because these are existing pads, hopefully this will just go straight on. If not, I'm going to have to get the brake winder, which I think I am going to have to. Because obviously the old disc, which was incredibly cracked and corroded, was a bit thicker than this one. Look at this. Oh, we might be lucky. There we go. I think we are super lucky that the amount of rust on that disc was the same amount as a new pad. That's quite tight. Okay, there. New slide pin bolts go in the back. Do them by hand to make sure you're not cross-threading them. You may need to hold the inner one as well. And yeah, tighten them up. 13mm. And I'm just going to do that off camera, but that is basically new discs, new pads on the rear of a Twingo RS by stock, or if you swap the axle like me, any Twingo, Clio models, base Clios, 182s, probably Moduses, anything like that. Pretty simple.